Evil-Lyn Cartoon Collection. My interest in Evil-Lyn, she is one of my favorite characters from Masters of the Universe, beyond a doubt, and not just because she's attractive. I actually have her I did a list of my top 5, and I prefer smaller lists because it really narrows the ideas down, allows me to kind of talk. The top 5 Masters of the Universe characters, Evil-Lyn is on that list, and she's specifically on that list because I find her to be infinitely interesting. I don't see her necessarily as a bad guy. I see her as a selfish guy. I think it's very interesting. She's not necessarily a bad guy, not necessarily a good guy. She's just kind of self-centered. She's out to do for her. And especially with the new storylines that they have put onto her, she lived in a situation where she found herself helpless, and she will never be so again. And whatever that means, whatever form that takes, is what it means and what it takes. And I think she's very interesting because you can't turn your back on her. She is always looking for the next best deal to set herself in the best possible position that she can be in so she never faces that situation again. And I find that very interesting. I like that a lot because it makes her, maybe this will sound bad, but it makes her human. It makes her, there's something about that I can understand because I can understand where that comes from. I know the kind of life that she lived, and now I can see why she's done the kinds of things that she's done, while at the same time, it's not just evil for the sake of being evil. She won't just stab you in the back necessarily, but if the opportunity arrives and you have not been good to her, she's not your friend. And I just find her infinitely interesting. And I also like, one of the things that really got me was the first time she ever took the hat off and I saw the white hair. I don't know why, but I really loved that for her. I thought that was absolutely a fantastic character design. Plus, she's a dark, evil sorceress lady in a world based on stuff like Conan the Barbarian. So, why wouldn't I, right? Now, we are going to have some problems with this figure. Just so we put it out there as we go over this, because I will have a couple problems with this figure. This is awesome, but it brings up my first kind of problem. Let's open her, okay? Yeah, okay. Even the comic book is giving me a little bit of a problem here. I need to see. No. And no. Why is she yellow? She's not yellow here. What was it that made them decide that she was going to be yellow? Because I really do not understand. So far, the cartoon collection has been nearly flawless. And then they did this, and I really don't know why they did this. But here, they give you the idea she's yellow, but they also give her the cape and everything. There's a couple which this bars the problems with this figure. She came with 2 items. They're not blowing our minds here. This is that Ankh that allows her to change shape. This was in one of the actual episodes, and this is definitely the best wand that I've seen in terms of the paint job and whatnot, because often the Origins do not get very good paint jobs in terms of this. So that actually catches my attention. So here she is. We're on what has become the standard female buck of the cartoon line, which is fine. Differences here and there, like this is definitely different than what we got with Tila. I'm not seeing any necessary problems here. She's fine. My only real problems, because the face is really good too, actually. That's a good face. That's done very well. I don't hate that at all. I think it's very solid. I think my issue here, though, in all honesty, is that 2 problems with her. she's yellow. And let's just point this out right now. The toy, the original toy, is yellow. But this is from the cartoon collection. And the cartoon collection is supposed to be a representation of what we've seen in Filmation. And it's not. Like, why does she not have a cape? That's a small nitpick, and one could say, but when they did She-Ra, She-Ra got her cape because she has a cape. She has a cape. I know that's a very minor thing, but I think the reason that I'm really harping on it is because so far in the cartoon collection, they have not missed a beat on this. Like, at all. They really have not. Almost every single cartoon collection that we have opened and we have talked about has been very solid. They just simply work. Like, they're very, very, very well done, and they always hit the mark, and they always look like the character they are supposed to look like, and it's just, it's almost perfect. And the thing is, I don't understand. She's cool. She's going on the shelf, and I will be very happy with her. But I want another one. I want them to try again. If you ask me, she's the weakest one in the line now. In terms of the toy collection, in terms of the cartoon collection, she is the weakest one in the line. She does not have the cape. She is not supposed to be yellow. Minor things. But have you seen that She-Ra? I mean, have you seen Merman? Because we talked about him. He-Man? Adam? Cringer? Man-at-Arms? Like, that was one of the ones that we had an opportunity here. I talked about Man-at-Arms. Like, that's Duncan. That's Duncan's face. That's Duncan. Even other characters like Clawful, they did the animated version of Clawful. Too bad. We opened Too Bad. That's the animated version of Too Bad. And I even saw that they are going to be releasing a Faker cartoon collection, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm not dreaming about that. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that. And he's going to be Faker, but he's going to be the animated version. I don't get it. I don't understand why they did that. So, added to the shelf, happy with her, but I have 2 complaints, and I feel like those complaints are justified. I really do.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.